Good morning, Retro Commanders. Welcome back. It's Saturday morning. It's time to play X Beyond the Frontier and do the retro thing. So, yes, well, hopefully you've all grabbed coffee and whatever, bagels, baps, toasted tea cakes, whatever it is that you have in the mornings. He says already getting sucked into Red Dwarf Cottage. Sorry. But anyway, welcome to Saturday morning. It is good to be here. It is good to be here. We must do the thing, Kelly Bagley. We will do the thing. The thing must be done because the thing is the thing. I don't know why I say that. It's just become a habit, so it's now a thing in itself. The thing has become a thing, which is the thing, or something. Anyway, I don't know. Welcome to the retro stream. For those of you who don't know anything about the retro stream, which is probably none of you, we play games from days of yore on this stream. Mostly stuff that's at least, well, classic is 25 years old ish. So we're kind of a bit of borderline at the moment, somewhere between 20 and 25 years. So we'll see how it goes. But anyway, the thing is the thing. We must do the thing. So the thing is basically what I do is I read out. For reasons that now are lost in the ancient mist of time, it will not become clear because I have no idea what they are. I read out all the people in the chat who have managed to say something in the chat before the stream starts. Because. So here we go. Mad Monksoft is here. Hello, Mad Monksoft. Commander Kelvinator is here. Wintermute GB is here. Of course he is. So it's always good to see Wintermute GB. John Imbrie is here. ZX81 is here. Apologies for the crashing ZX81 quips last night. So. All done in the best possible text. Duke 5 or Duke V is here. Eridan Dundragon is here. The shiny red flag. Where's my shiny red flag? There it is. There's a shiny red flag. The Harkonnens are here ready to invade Arrakis. Excellent. I wonder if they were going to get on and actually do the invasion of Arrakis, but never mind. Frank 9 and 2949 is here. We need miners today because we're dealing with asteroids. And speaking of asteroids, Funny Asteroid is here. So again, Funny Asteroid, don't take this personally, but we're probably going to try and blow up an asteroid today. I think that's the objective of today's stream. Nim Duskrin is here. Enigmash is here. Shenron 67 now. There's a blast from the past. Hello everyone. Wow, I think it's been 2 years since I watched a live stream. Hello Shenron. Good to see you again. Kelly Baglar is here, who thinks again, as always. Commander Duston is here. I think I've already said Mad Monksoft. Have I said Mad Monksoft? Yes, I have. You were right at the top. There we go. The Landru is here as well. The things need to be done. So there we go. Right. Anyway, here we are. We are live and we are back. So retro stuff with X Beyond the Frontier. This is quite interesting game that Big Boo, who actually isn't on the stream yet. Where is Big Boo? He's updated the map, so that's a good thing. I haven't seen him on the stream this morning. This game was donated by Big Boo, so we're playing it because of his generosity. So that's going to be quite good fun. Right, so game mode. I've got a button here that says game mode, which is basically just for my fun. Apologise for I'm not quite sure why we've got lots of jellyfish in the background today, but that's what Windows has decided will look good on my desktop today. So let's start this. Now, if we go for this slight rigmarole of setting up the graphics every time, and then obviously adjusting the audio volume because old game is problematic. Hang on a minute. Right, now it's going to flicker again. Maybe space jellyfish. Oh, now they've disappeared entirely. Because... So yeah, so this bigger game from the 90s, it's sort of been converted to work reasonably well on, obviously Windows 10, which is what I'm currently running. The Big Boo is here. Good morning, Big Boo. Yay! So the retro stream today is sponsored and still sponsored by Big Boo. So there we are. All right, now it's 16. I have to find here. There we go. Multi-texturing switch on. I don't know why it won't save the settings. It's a bit annoying, but it does eventually. I'm hoping. Now I can't see you guys because I've lost focus on my mouse. Where's the game gone? There it is. Yes. No. Yes. Yes. There it goes. Right. It's the boron taking over the desktop. That's what it is. ZX81. If 25 is classic, then I'm an anti. Well, I mean. I'm only thinking of that from the perspective of kind of cars. Cars become classics at 25. In the UK, at least, at the age of 40, we don't need to have MOTs and tax anymore. That's the current thing. So 40 becomes... I don't know if there's a word for that. Maybe it's just old. But in terms of furniture and stuff, an antique isn't an antique until I think it's 100 years old. So I don't know. Is that? I mean, classic I think of is about 25 years old. So this technically isn't quite a classic game yet, from that definition. But computers move on a lot faster than other stuff, don't they? So I don't know. Yeah, what is a classic computer game? Is it a few generations adrift in terms of technology? I don't know. This is certainly old enough for a lot of people to be going nostalgic about it. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's just how much is the nostalgia factor. I don't know. Anyway, right now, let's load up the game because that's where we were. We've been playing this for 46 hours and 56 minutes according to that. So Doom is a classic. Okay, so Doom I would agree is definitely a classic by definition because that's what 93 Doom came out, the original version. Somewhere around there, somebody will be able to tell me. Anything in the 80s is absolutely a classic because that's 8-bit and 16-bit technology, isn't it? 90s is getting classic, I would say. Most early 90s stuff is definitely classic. Late 90s classic, I think, is emerging classics.
Will enable the pilot to retrieve vital data and credits they have amassed so far.
Yes, all right, computer. We know about that. Don't. Yes, it's fine. Shush. Computer, stop.
As it protects a ship and its pilot from the loss of all its endeavors, enterprise, and knowledge they have gained.
There we are. Kelly Baglar's being very pragmatic. Beyond the Frontier is a good old game. I'm happy with that. Minecraft is a modern day classic. Yes, you see, of course, then you've got the kind of modern games done in a retro vibe, haven't you? So, yeah, it's tough ones. Classic games are the ones that you have to type in for magazines. Imagine typing in something like this to a magazine. For 30s people, 90s things are classic. It depends on age. Okay. Yeah, I suppose it does. It does depend on age as well. That's a good thing. Right, let's go back to the Discord for a moment because Big Boo has done his usual, of course, which is, very helpfully, he has basically done, what happened last week. Actually, last week we had quite a successful stream. So we started off last week up here in Family Pride, which sounds like an 80s song to me. What's the song with Family Pride in? What's that? Is that get in love with the common people sort of thing? Dad's going to buy you a dream to cling to. Mum's going to love you as much as she can. What's that song? I can't remember the title. That sounds like Family Pride. Anyway, it's completely irrelevant to this conversation. Anyway, so there's an asteroid up here that we need to blow up, but we couldn't blow up the asteroid because we didn't have the right missile. So we had to go and buy the right missile, which involved us travelling into the entire opposite end of the map to go and buy a missile. We have now bought said missile, and now we've got to head all the way back to blow up the asteroid and retrieve a log or something. I think that's about as far as I got. So current mission, says Big Boo, is to fly to split sector Chin's Cloud, east of Teladi Space, which is here. Except we're down here. You can see, we can tell we're here because Big Boo has helpfully pointed a big red arrow at our current location. We got to find Nathan Argun log. Again, there's a clue there, guys. Hidden an asteroid using a mineral scanner, which we do have as well. Then we got to go to the temple. Go in the temple in Cloud Base Southwest. So this game is a bit cruel. So we are here in Cloud Base Southwest. We've got to travel all the way back over here to blow up an asteroid to find a log, take said log, and then take it all the way back to here again. It's like, okay. But on the positive side, we have upgraded weapons. Look, we have now, look how far down the weapons tree we've managed to get. We're third from top now. We've got an Alpha HEP laser beam, which isn't a laser beam, it fires little blobs, but yeah, never mind. And we have got some Hornet missiles, which are the big boys that can actually blow stuff up. So what we'll do is we're going to head back, go past our factories and pick up some monies and see how well that's worked, and then go and see if we can lit up the asteroid. So our objective today, my friends, is to blow something up. Okay, I'm going to blow up the asteroid is the objective today. So we're going to head north and then we're going to head east. And fingers crossed it'll all work. It was Paul Young, was it? Ironically, much more unexplored Teladi space than any other non-zone area. Love of the common people. There we go. ZX81's got the name of it. Wherever I lay my hat, that's my home. Worst thing to type in were MC games where you need to write a hex loader. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. This was a big boo. This was a mission that decided if you could be bothered to finish the game. I mean, it's a lot of travelling, isn't it? Let's be fair. It's a lot of travelling. But at least we've got a ship that hopefully now has enough guns to survive. Right, so feed the sandwich to the dragon. It feels like that. You need the green key to unlock the green door. Right, so basically we need to just move, don't we? So let's get that underway. We're 10 minutes into the stream. We haven't died. We have a mission, and if the computer says no aim again, well, I'm just I'm not putting up with that because we have got an aim. We know. We actually know. Thanks to you guys, we actually know what we're doing. Right, engage. Right, we're off. We've got to blow up the asteroid. It won't be the funny asteroid. No, funny asteroid is a valued member of the Twitch community here. We're not going to blow him up. That would be mean. Got to save the dragon from the princess. Is there? There must be a game somewhere where you do have to save the dragon from the princess. That would be an excellent adventure game. Although, wasn't that parody? Yeah, there we go. See, no aim. Actually, no computer. We do have an aim. Kelly Bagloss says this is the game's worst mission, but it does have a good reward. Okay, excellent. Lucky Luigi's here as well. Hello, Lucky Luigi. Good to see you. Right, so let's ignore the computers. Commentary on my my skills. We do have an aim.
Now locked on. Gate red light.
Right, red light. So we're entering the red light district. First thing in the morning. This can only get better.
System red light.
Bum bum bum. Right, so we're heading north until basically we can't go any further north. I do like the music in this game. It's quite atmospheric. Funny asteroid. So I don't have any attachments to other asteroids so far at will. Okay, that's cool. We're very particular about the type of asteroids we like. Yeah. I mean, it's a big thing on my No Man's Sky stream that it's not a good stream unless we get to blow up some asteroids. Save the dragon from the princess. Now that would be fun, wouldn't it? Now that might, I think that was parodied in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy somewhere along the line with saving beautiful monsters from rampaging princesses, something like that. I vaguely remember a quote about that. I think it was Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Somebody will know. That'd be an excellent computer adventure game, wouldn't it? Save the dragon from the ravening princess. Or a rampaging horde of ravenous princesses. That's sounds like a game that might be fun to play. It was Wintermute GB said excellent. So I thought it was somewhere there. It sounds a bit like Shrek. It does actually, doesn't it? Big Boo, do you remember the point and click game Simon the Sorcerer? Now that is tickling the edge of my memories, Big Boo.
Target now locked
is that the one with the kind of video sequences? Is that the one I'm thinking of, Simon the Sorcerer, where you? It was a big. Was it a big kind of console thing, and it had lots of sort of split screen. I'm not sure if I'm thinking the right one or not. Simon the Sorcerer. I might have to look that up. So was there a ravening princess? Oh, that was Dragon's Lair I'm thinking of. Yes, Mad Monksoft, you're right. Yeah, okay, so it's not that one. It's just a broken sword PC game. Walk here, eat this, wear this. Okay. Those, I must admit, in the 80s, as a kid, I loved those kind of games. Now they feel extremely pedestrian, don't they? I suppose we've been spoiled by all the graphics nowadays. I used to like all the go north, pick up the magic torch, shine the magic torch, inventory, feed the dead goblin to the dragon kind of story, all that sort of stuff. What was the classic one? It was Colossal Adventure, wasn't it? Colossal Adventure, which was the early one with the Pluff Was it Pluff and Zizzy, the magic words that could transport you around the map? Yeah, those are really the absolute archaeology of computer gaming, aren't they? Monkey Island. I did enjoy Monkey Island. My wife and I. That was one of the games we played as before we were married. Actually, I think Monkey Island. Yeah, I remember enjoying that. That was great fun. Trying to figure out those really quite bizarre clues. That was a good game. In that, you came across a group of wizards playing officers and accountants. Yes, I remember that. Yes. They're sort of in a Dungeons and Dragons environment, but they're playing a role-playing game, which is set in our world. That's awesome. Yes, clever sense of humour that was. Am I going to take the shortcut? That's a good question. Shortcuts usually make long delays, but I could go. Where are we? Are we in Ringo Moon at the moment, or are we still in red light? Because I could go across. We haven't been this way, have we? Am I in Ringo Moon at the moment? Because we could do a tiny bit of exploration, couldn't we? Because we haven't been into these sectors yet. So am I in cloud-based northwest, or where am I? Which sector am I in? I'm in red light. So let's go. If I'm in red light, let's go. I could go to cloud-based northwest and then cut across, assuming that connects up, which it looks like it does. Let's do that, because at least we'll then open up that bit. That rest of those look like dead ends. So cloud-based northwest. Let's go up there. Let's do that. I like the comedy short, goodness gracious, about going out for an English. That's right. I had a friend many years ago, a lovely Indian lady, who she was very used to kind of casual, not hostilely intentioned racism from British people. Or kind of classic British people, people who were ethnically originated here in the last few generations. Is probably the safest way to say that. She would always laugh, because she'd get things like, she lived in our street, and she'd get comments like, cloud-based southwest. Right, let's keep going north. She'd get comments like, "Oh, the Indian couple are 2 streets over. You must know them." Because you're Indian. It's like, why would I know this Indian couple 2 streets away just because I'm Indian? Things like that. And she would always go. She would always say things like, "Oh, I'm going out for an English." And people are like, "What? Why you're going out for an Indian? I'm going out for an English." I used to think it was hysterical, because people would respond in one or two ways. They basically get offended or they would laugh. There was no but there was an awful lot of people who basically just kind of ignored it, didn't understand the joke. Right, it's time to blast something. Excellent. Goodbye. I like the fact that we've now got effectively a one-shot kill weapon. Going out for some bland. Oh, hello, I'm being shot at. That snuck up behind me, that did. Cheeky. Those are good guns, Wow, 100 credits. Going out for an English is excellent. I did chuckle at that. What's the blandest thing on the menu? Yeah, I know. My stepfather was like that. Great man in many ways, but he had no interest in anything that wasn't meat, 2 veg and potatoes. He wouldn't eat anything else. Bland chicken, bland pork, bland beef, 2 veg, potatoes, and some gravy. And that was it. Would never go beyond that. It was so no matter what we tried. He didn't like Chinese food. He wouldn't like Indian stuff. he would not try anything beyond that. Those very limited parameters. You know, anything else just wasn't food as far as he was concerned. It was very peculiar. Anything with some spices in it, basically. Chicken tikka masala is an English dish, not Indian. Well, that's very true. It is, isn't it? And I do like chicken tikka masala. Actually, I've got my neighbours next door are Indian as well, and the smells coming from their house sometimes are just amazing. So I'm trying to get myself invited round there as often as possible. An English meal is basically a Chinese, Indian, or Japanese meal, but with chips. I don't know actually what an English. Hang on, there's a pirate. Let's shoot him. Get lost. Well, that's not the point, my friend. He's coming about.
Space flies.
What? Oh, space flies. What? Space flies? Space flies like an arrow, time flies like another. I was expecting a punchline there. They're contraband, so I won't pick them up. Right, hang on, I'm lost. Where am I again? Where? No aim. Am I in cloud-based northwest yet? Where am I? Does it matter where I am actually? I was heading north before I got interrupted, so I must be almost there. There we go. Let's go north one more time. There we go. Space flies. Space flies like an arrow. Fruit flies like a banana. No, the quote totally wrong now. Time flies like an arrow. Space flies like a banana.
Target now locked on. Gate 3 worlds.
3 worlds. No, that's the wrong one. Where am I? I don't want to go to 3 worlds, do I? No, I want to go east. I'm in the wrong place. Sorry, guys. Not paying attention. Turn around. East. Maximum warp. It's over there somewhere. Let's go east. Chinese meal, mushroom foo, young English meal, mushroom omelette.
No aim.
Yes, we have got an aim. Time flies quickly when you're a driver of a train. Even a cup of tea with a chocolate biscuit is pretty exotic if you think about it. I suppose it is actually, because a cup of tea is a thing of great complexity, really, isn't it? In some ways. Oh, there's another pirate ship. More stuff to blow up. Except that one's running away, I think. Pursuit course locked in. Okay, funny story. Me and my wife was on a cruise in one of which the courses was Welsh rarebit. I ordered it being Welsh, and when it came, she was surprised because she thought it was Welsh rabbit. Well, it's a fairly reasonable thing to say, isn't it? There's some definite things like that. Always running for the. I don't think I can get him before he gets there. Well, we might just about be in range. Can I get him before he gets to the gate? No, but he'll be on the other side of the gate.
If you don't stop firing at me, I'll blast you out of the universe.
No, you won't.
Senator, the Argon Federation thank you for your help.
Entering system.
If you don't stop shooting at me, I shall blast you out of the universe. Oh, wait. Right, okay, so here, we haven't been here before.
Target now locked on. Pirate ship.
I am not interested.
We're going to make you interested, my friend. Because we have big guns. Which are so big the whole ship shakes when we fire.
On behalf of our president and staff, the Argon Federation thank you for your help with this invader. As a reward, you get 200 credit.
Ooh, well, that was... We are making a bit of money, and we're presumably getting a little bit of reputation for doing all this, shooting things up. So yeah, TS Complex, a smart computer tried to make a perfect cup of tea and almost got the ship destroyed. Yeah, I remember that. That's right. Consumed all the power on the Heart of Gold. Eddie the shipboard computer in order to make something that was almost, but not entirely, completely unlike tea. I'm sorry, I ordered the rabbit. This is cheese on toast. It is nice Welsh rarebit, isn't it? We have a low calorie version, which is basically Welsh rarebit, but you basically swap out the toast for a mushroom. That's nice. Okay, so get a mushroom, fill it up with Worcester sauce, or as the Americans would say, Worcester sauce. Then you put the cheese on top, okay, and then you grill that. That's good. So yeah, if you want a well, I mean it's not really low fat because of course there's still loads of copious quantities of cheese, but I suppose it's a gluten-free. Maybe it's a gluten-free option. Maybe that's what it is with the mushroom. If you like mushrooms, grilled mushrooms with toast on, that makes for a really really good snack. Culinary advice being dished out on the retro stream, of course. Right, we are heading east through the shortcut. This, I think, is a sector we haven't been in before, so
Target now locked on. Gate the hold.
well, you can't have Welsh rarebit without cheese. But that's not going to work. I suppose you could just take a piece of toast, cover it in Worcester sauce, and put that under the grill. But I don't know how well that's going to work. That would seriously be a low-fat version of Welsh rarebit. Which would be the bit that you had chopped out there? Would it be the Welsh? Would it be the rare? Or would it be the bit? So would it be Welsh bit? Or would it just be rarebit? Or would it be Welsh rare?
Entering system. The hold. Headquarters.
Tuesday and Wednesday nights are free in your schedule. Maybe a cooking stream. Yeah, that could be disastrous. I don't mind cooking. But I don't particularly enjoy it. It's all the prep that really winds me up. I don't mind the actual cooking bit, but all the prep that you know. And the thing that winds me up the most about cooking actually, you get a recipe off the BBC or a cookbook or whatever, right? And it says takes 20 minutes. Okay, it doesn't. It doesn't take 20 minutes because you have to get all the ingredients out of the cupboards first, right? So that takes at least 10 minutes. And yeah, there's usually some shouting at the wife. Where's the because I can't find it. At which point, yeah, I've looked through every single shelf in the entire kitchen, right? For every single shelf, you know, meticulously looking for whatever it is, chickpeas or tomato puree or whatever the thing is, all right? And I've looked through every shelf, every single shelf, right? Every single cupboard. I've gone meticulously through it. It's definitely not there, right? And I say to my wife, have we got any chickpeas? And she'll come into the kitchen and she'll give me the look. You know, and anyone who's married knows what the look is, right? And she'll go straight to a cupboard, open the door, and there it is. It's like it wasn't there before, right? Wives have this ability to magically manifest cooking materials inside previously searched cupboards, right? Just that's just a skill they have. Okay, just be aware of that. Because they use it to basically say, yeah, you're an incompetent idiot. At least that's the impression I get. Clearly you can't actually use your eyes to find anything. It's cooking time, not preparation. Well, no, it says combined. Some of the recipes say combined cooking and preparation time, 20 minutes. And I haven't found all the ingredients in 20 minutes. You know, I mean, we're fairly lucky to the fact that I've actually found where the kitchen is. Actually, Frank Miner's gone there already. This is the kitchen, is it? Excellent. And this device over here? Oh, that's the light switch. Use it to the lights on and off. Right, we are now... Where are we going? Let's go to the map. I don't want to get stuck. Okay, so we're going to Argon Hole, so we're going into the boron space next, then we'll be forced to turn north. Okay, let's do. Where's the kitchen? Yep. That's exactly where we are. At least press the J key while we waffle. Sorry, yes, that was bad. Yep. Let's keep moving. I've had that. She always finds the things and then tells me I don't look properly. Yeah, I mean, that's just not fair, is it? I did look properly. It just wasn't there before. And then you've magically made it appear in the drawer. It's just unreasonable. I once had trouble turning the vacuum cleaner on. Now, the vacuum cleaner I'm okay with, because I vacuum the house most days, certainly during the week.
Target now locked on.
I quite like vacuuming. There's something, I don't know, slightly therapeutic about vacuuming, which I quite like. I don't know quite what it is. I hum tunes to myself, so it's usually I have a theme tune or something in my head that I will hum when I'm vacuuming. Vacuuming and humming tunes seems to be something that goes together. I don't know if it's because there's an electric motor making a noise.
Target now locked on. Gate. Atreus clouds.
Atreus clouds. Excellent. So I don't know. No, but vacuuming or hoovering, I call it hoovering, even though I know that's actually the thing. I suppose technically it should be Dysoning, is what I'm actually doing. Because I don't have a Hoover, I have a Dyson. But I call it a Hoover because it's a Hoover, right? It's that's an interesting one where a noun has become a verb. Right, now we do have to go north. Now we're in boron space, aren't we? Preparation times includes printing out the recipe. Oh no, see, we have a small laptop in the kitchen which is very high tech. We use that for displaying recipes. Do you hum the shake and vac? I should add that to my list of things to hum to, actually. Is that do the shake and vac and put the freshness back? Oh dear. Such a sexist advert that was, wasn't it? But quite funny. Do I hum it quite loudly? I hum it fairly loudly, yes. I don't know if anybody else notices that I'm humming tunes when I'm hoovering, because I don't think anybody else is paying attention. But it should be easy for you. Move north to the cooker. The cooker has 2 exits. Beside the cooker is a cold piece of raw chicken. Maybe we should choose. Maybe I should do a cooking stream in the style of an 80s text adventure. That might actually work. You don't Dyson the house. No, I do Dyson the house. I have a Dyson house. It's not as big as a Dyson sphere. Okay, so Dysoning is enclosing the entire carpet within an artificial construct. The chicken sits down and starts singing about the goal. You find the ancient recipe. The ancient recipe calls for 2 carrots, some red peppers, and 500 grams of mince. You look around. Yeah, examine kitchen. There is no mince. The kitchen does contain a freezer. You open the freezer. Freezer contains 4 drawers full of frozen things that cannot be deciphered.
Target now locked on. Unknown Xenon
Ooh,
ship.
some Xenons. Right, now we're in a place where we can actually fight the Xenons, so let's deal with that. Can we comms? We can't actually talk to the Xenons. They're just irrevocably hostile. Fair enough.
Target now locked on. Unknown Xenon ship.
Ask wife to find mince. Mince appears. Yeah, I suppose wives in the kitchen adventure game, wives would sort of be a bit like Gandalf the Wizard, wouldn't they? Don't mess about with me and my amazing laser, whatever they are. I like the way they don't do any evasive manoeuvres until after they've been hit. It's a curious kind of AI, that, isn't it? I'm going to fly in a straight line until I get hit, and then I'm going to I'm going to take some evasive maneuvers. It's a slightly curious evasive strategy, I think. 500 credits.
Target now locked on.
In the name of Queen Atreus and the Kingdom of Boron, we thank you for your valuable assistance. As a reward, you get 500
Those class 4s, yeah, are quite good money spinners, aren't they? Scandal to 5 minutes, Scandal for us. It's going to take me ages to get that one. Right, he can run away then. Right, let's go north. Kill the chicken with a sword. When Crichton's hand spider crawls up Lister's leg, Cat suggests to Lister that he should buy a potion from Gandalf the Master Wizard, as Cat thinks Lister's playing a That's right, yeah. That's really, really good. Where's the gate? It must be up there. So if your wife is Gandalf, is the freezer? Yeah, the freezer is definitely the maze, because the thing is, in the freezer, you've got all sorts of complexities. The first complexity with the freezer is finding any item in the freezer, because obviously it's freezing cold and it hurts your fingers to pull things out. The thing that you want is always underneath other things.
No aim.
And then there's usually the decoy thing in the fridge or the freezer, isn't there? The thing that's got almost the same name as the thing your wife has asked you to find, but isn't quite exactly a similar match. And you're either like, is this the right thing, subtly disguised, or is this actually the red herring object, which is actually the wrong thing? It's very complicated. Very complicated indeed. Gandalf sits on the oven. And then there's all the actual kind of the actual mechanical complexities of cooking. Is we've got this new
Locked on.
induction hob, which actually is really, really good. In terms of controllability and stuff, it's actually really smart. But it takes a bit of getting used to, because if you don't use it properly, it switches itself off.
No aim.
Yeah, presumably for some sort of safety mechanism. So there I am merrily boiling away the pasta. And if you're not paying attention to it, of course, it will overboil. And if the induction hob detects even the slightest bit of boiling over water, because in the olden days, if it boiled over, it just went pssh everywhere, didn't it? No, an induction hob is smarter than that. So an induction hob basically says, okay, if it boils over, if it detects any water on the surface when it's on, it switches itself off as a sort of safety thing, right?
Unknown Xenon ship.
And of course, if you go then, you've got to reset it to switch it back on, or you've forgotten that it's actually boiled off. So you're looking at that thinking, that doesn't seem to be boiling. That's because it did boil. I have to be paying attention. I'm being shot at again.
Target is
That is such a good gun.
We thank you for your valuable assistance. As a reward, you get 500 credits.
So there's lots and lots of complexities.
In the name of Queen Atreus and the Kingdom of Boron, we thank you for your valuable assistance. As a reward, you get 100 credits.
I'm hoping they're attacking somebody else this time.
Target is now in firing range. Target is now
In the name of Queen Atreus and the Kingdom of Boron, we thank you for your valuable assistance. As a reward, you get 100 credits.
Woo! Ow, clunk.
In the name of Queen Atreus and the Kingdom of Boron, we thank you for your valuable
I do like these guns. They're very good.
You
Right, let's
get
get moving.
100 credits.
So yes, I think in summary then a cooking stream with a text adventure game thing might be good fun.
Target now locked on. Pirate ship.
Better than House of the Dragon, yes. Oh dear, all good fun.
No aim. Target now locked on.
Peter Jackson's version. Okay, so I mean, are we? TJ Scooby's gone there. Okay, are we watching the new Rings of Power now? I mean, are we allowed to talk about this because it's
No aim.
it's potentially spoiler territory for some people. It depends how far they upload. Because we've had, is it 5 episodes or 6 episodes? I'm up to date. So tell me in the chat if it's if you're prepared to have a chat about Rings of Power. No spoil. Well, it's there's no spoilers. I mean, I am enjoying it. I am enjoying it.
Target now.
I'm a bit bemused by some of the choices they're making in terms of the characterization and some of the the lore-y stuff. But it's nice to have more Tolkien-y stuff on the screen. That's for sure. But it is, I suppose by necessity, really, is playing quite fast and loose with the lore of Middle-earth, which I'm never entirely au fait with. I'm, as you know, I'm a bit of a stickler for sticking to the lore. So some of it's some of it's absolutely fantastic. Some of it's a bit like, okay, interesting choice. I don't think it's as consistently good as any of the Peter Jackson stuff. I mean, it looks visually, it looks great. Okay, visually, it looks great. So I've got no. I mean, we're seeing places like Numenor for the first time, which is just fantastic. I absolutely adored the first episode where we saw the trees of the Valar, in Valinor. That was amazing. So all that stuff, seeing some of that stuff actually on the screen is really, really good. And seeing places like Moria or Khazad-dûm, at the height of their niceness, as it were. Niceness is not the right word. That's just, yes, that's really, really good. But there are quite a few things being added into the script. I mean, there's a lot of characters in there who obviously have never been referenced before. They're made up for purposes of new storytelling, which is fair enough. I don't really mind that. That's okay. But there's a lot of stuff happening which doesn't appear to have any origin in Tolkien's kind of stuff at all. And although we don't fly out to me. Not very good at evasive manoeuvres, these aliens, are they? So there's weird stuff. I mean, the stuff that they're doing with, I mean, hopefully no spoilers, but the mithril thing, it's like, really? that was weird. So they only have the rights for the appendices of Lord of the Rings. Okay, so I suppose that sort of makes sense. But I mean, I've gone back just recently, and I've got out my copy of Lord of the Rings, and I'm reading through the appendices and sort of seeing things, and there's, to my mind, I mean, I would have, as per usual, I would have done it differently. But it's watchable. It's very watchable, and it does have a Middle-earthy kind of Tolkien-y vibe to it. It's just
Entering system.
we have quite a lot of setup and not much progress, I suppose. And yeah, I suppose you can say take your brain out and enjoy. But Tolkien isn't really a take your brain out kind of environment, is it? You should be thinking about Tolkien, I feel. So it's a little bit less structured than I think it ought to be, if that makes sense. So that's kind of my view. And some of the kind of there are a few MacGuffins, shall we say, in the story. Okay, there are some MacGuffins that do things, right? They're quite important, or at least appear to be quite important. And those are not being treated the way I expected them to be treated. That's definitely a criticism. Do I want to go south? I probably do, don't I? Where am I? Maybe I should also stop at the space station, because we have encountered a few baddies, and it will be just my luck to get one that rams me out of existence at this point. So let's stop at this space station, save our position here, shall we? Right.
Target now locked on to Lottie Trading
Let's do
Station.
So yeah, so my summary at the moment, definitely watchable. Oh yeah, press D. I
Successfully
forgot.
docked.
On behalf of Chairman
Yes, I've got a docking computer now. I don't even have to watch the splits. I don't even have to watch the animation. Yeah.
Connection to local trading network established. Teladian mud is a very fun.
Teladian mud. Right, so we are now in. Where are we? Let's just have a look at. There we go. Okay. So we are in. Where are we? We are. Where are we? We can go. Well, actually, we're heading for. Where were we heading? We're heading for Chin's class. We need to keep going east until we get to Family We, basically, aren't we? And then we go south from there. So let's do that. Go east until we can't go any east anymore. Yeah, that is another thing actually, because you're dealing with what is effectively the second age of Middle Earth, and yet the people are talking. You know, in Lord of the Rings, everything was kind of mock medieval, with lots of veriles and things like that. You know, that sort of thing. This is much more, I suppose, almost colloquial, conversations, which doesn't feel in some ways quite right. So I don't know. It's not. It's good, but it's not kind of. Oh, I do want to pick up some cash. That is a good point. Yes, so I've got to go past. Yeah, you're quite right, John Emery. I wasn't paying attention. Let's have a look. Where? Okay, I don't want to go direct because I do want to go down, don't I? So we need to go. Are we in Teladi Gain? Or CO's Buxoid? Yeah, that is another thing, isn't it? Yeah, the dwarfs are very Scottish. It's like, and I'm not sure that feels to me quite lazy, because I mean actually dwarves do come. I mean, it kind of works. It kind of works with the dwarfs being Scottish, but it's very lazy. And the halflings being Irish, it sort of fits, but it's kind of lazy, because they're not they just aren't. Okay, yeah, that's not necessarily what Tolkien had in mind. So yeah, that does feel a bit lazy to me.
Target now locked on.
Billy Connolly was a dwarf. Yes, so he was in The Hobbit, wasn't he, Billy Connolly? I didn't like Billy Connolly in The Hobbit, actually, because Billy Connolly, my problem with actors like Billy Connolly, I can't even say it now, Connolly, is no matter what part they play, they're always Billy Connolly, if you know what I mean. Yeah. They're always themselves. It's a bit like, who's the American actor that I don't like?
System size well.
What's his name? He was in the. I can picture loads of his movies now. No, I can't remember his name. Oh, brain fade. It'll come back to me.
Target now locked on to Lottie Vulture.
Right, we're in Sizewell. Actually, I need to be paying attention. Not John Wayne. No. Modern actor. Box of chocolates guy. Box of chocolates. Life is like a Tom Hanks. Yeah, Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is yeah, I don't mind him, but he's just the same guy in every movie. He's Tom Hanks, right? So it's like he doesn't change, regardless of which movie he's in. And Billy Connolly is the same. He's Billy Connolly. Yeah, so they're good actors in the sense they can play one role, which is themselves. But they I don't know. That's how I perceive them anyway. But you can feel free to disagree. Is that my Silicon Mine? Yes, it is. There we go. Right, we have found, hopefully, my money spinning opportunity. Can I just press D here?
Successfully docked.
Yes. Welcome back. How much money have you made, my friends, in my long absence?
Connection to local trading
Oh,
network.
look at that!
established.
They've made
Silicon
monies.
is the main mineral resource that all modern technology goods
They've got
are
loads of
based on.
stock. So okay, so I'm just gonna pilfer all my monies. I need to leave a certain amount in the factory, don't I? Let's leave 50k in the factory. There we go.
Funds
We
transferred.
now got 240,000. That's not bad. That was worth it.
The credits that this factory made by selling its
Yep. Thanks, guys. See you later. Keep up the good work. I'll leave them 10k. Okay. Well, I've left them 50k. Maybe they can have a Christmas bonus. Right. Let's go south again, which I think is where my solar power plant is. So we're probably going to have to top that up with solar things, aren't we? Or power cells, whatever it is that they need. Oh, look, there's a whole bunch of bad guys over there. What's going on there? I think we need to wade in. Can't have people shooting up my area. They might shoot up my space stuff. What's that?
target now locked on.
It's a
Unknown
class 3.
Xenon ship. Attention, energy low.
Oh, overdid that a bit.
Attention, target now locked on. Tilati shipyard, Alpha.
Okay, we got it. Although I didn't get any credits for it, so it looks like somebody else blasted it. Oh well, never mind. So Highlander was one of the worst cast movies ever. They had a Scot who couldn't do accents playing a Spaniard. The French guy who couldn't do accents playing a Scot. I know, that's right. You're going to need millions, so build some wheat farms in space. Okay, so we'll have to do that. Yeah, that's a priority for another stream, I think. Some wheat farms. Okay. I actually lost all mines in Sizewell. I was assuming they got blown up, but it could be a bug. Okay, got to be careful of that as well. We haven't really invested a vast amount of time in generating cash, but we've made a bit, so that's good.
Target now locked on. Gate, greater profit.
So what do I need all the millions for then? Apart from upgrading the ship, that's the obvious thing to use millions for. But does it take millions to upgrade the ship? Maybe it does. Okay, 25 megawatt shields and engine upgrades. Right, okay. That's going to cost me millions, is it? Oh, and a cargo upgrade. Okay, right. Somewhere in here should be the mine. There it is. Oh, you can take a wing of your own fighters around. Shields and bigger guns. Excellent. Right, so this should be the solary thingamajiggy. This docking computer is a big time saver, I have to say.
Target now locked on. Crystal fab successfully.
We'll buy all the crystals and then transport them over to our...
Connection to local trading network.
Because they're probably out, aren't they? Oh, I can use the page down. There we go. See, look, I'll use the page down button. Are we happy now? There we go.
Crystals are important for the production. Crystals bought.
Oh, I can buy salvage insurance in here, so I might as well. There we go. Just in case, because we know what happens.
Target now locked on. Solar successfully
Woo.
docked.
Welcome back to your solar power plant.
Oh, no, it's okay. That was weird.
Connection to local trading network established.
Okay, so they made a bit of money. So let's give them some crystals to do things with. So pressing page up there. There we go.
Crystals transferred.
Okay, and they've made some monies as well. So nice one, guys. Oh, wrong way around. Let's leave them with 10. I don't know how much they need. Actually, they don't need anything, do they? They just make things. Anyway, well done, guys. Okay, they've got some crystals they can keep making. Okay, I made 300,000 credits.
Credits that this factory made by selling its products.
So
will be
I need more
transferred to your
more
investment.
crystals, do I? Okay, so I can, because I've this is quite good actually, because I've parked them close to each other. Possibly too close. Just up there.
Target now locked on. Crystal
I could
successfully
I could
docked.
just press the D button.
German key off.
Oh. I think. Oh no. I think the game was. I was definitely having a funny moment there.
Connection to local trading network.
Let's buy.
established.
How many crystals should I give them?
Crystals bought.
It does that. Okay, that's just the thing. Is that the docking
Target
computer doing
now
that?
locked on. Successfully docked.
Okay, I'll just leave it alone. How many crystals do I need to transfer? So this will be 200. Oh, the more you give, the more money you come back to. Okay, so let's do that then. So it's just. Oh, I see. You're skipping the loading screen, and it's thinking about the docking. Okay, fair enough.
Connection
So how many
to local
crystals
trading
shall I give them?
network established.
They've got 199 now.
Transferred. Crystals are important.
Shall I do 500? Something like that. 400. Okay, fair enough.
Target successfully docked.
I do like the docking computer. Let's give them 400.
Connection to local trading network established. Crystals bought.
This is very handy. This docking computer.
Successfully docked.
Welcome back to your solar power plant.
Excellent. Docking computer saves a lot of
Connection to
time.
local trading network established.
Again.
Crystals transferred.
Okay, so they're making lots of stuff like that. One more time then.
Target now locked on. Solar power plant.
No, it's down. I need to remember it's down. Down, down, down. There we go. Down from the leaving. There we go.
No station for docking found. No station for docking found. Target now. No station for docking found.
Oh, it's locked onto a ship. Stupid thing.
Target successfully docked.
On behalf of Chairman Keo, the Telani Company are delighted for the opportunity.
Right, so there we go. This will be the fourth load
Connection to
of
local
crystals.
trading network established. Crystals bought.
Nice. And we'll dump those off. Then go and blow up the asteroid.
Target
Let's
now
do that.
locked
Right,
on.
okay.
Solar power
D
plant.
for docking.
Successfully docked.
Yes.
Welcome back to your solar power plant.
Milan the Madman. Is this game one of those games that were made back in the Dark Ages that could be played on abacuses? Probably. It depends what you mean by abacus. But yeah, this is 1990. Is it 1999? Back in the day, 99. So this is the closing years of the 20th century. This is early 3D graphics cards. This would have required still a fairly decent PC for the era, though, I think. I don't know exactly what the
Connection
specs
to
are,
local trading network established.
but I still think for the time you needed a fairly beefy computer to play this.
Crystals are important
Because you'd need
for
to have a
production of various
a
metals.
graphics card, 3DFX.
Produced
It's that sort of era, isn't it?
from silicon wafers.
The old voodoo stuff and things like that. So yeah, so it was. I mean, yeah, by today's standards, obviously it's quite low tech, but by the standards of then, talking 23, 24 years ago, yeah, you needed a fairly beefy piece of software, hardware to run this. Right, okay, so we've made the monies, we've given them some stuff. Right, now where are we? We are in. I like the interactive map here. We're currently in greater profit actually, which is no use. So we need to go back north and then back round. Okay, because of the way the map works. So we've done the monies. That's good. Let's go north in space, obviously. Which way is north in space? That's west. Let's go north. There we go. Voodoo Extender. Ah. I knew I recognised it. I think I saw some Vikings play. I think it was probably the Anglo-Saxons. Let's be fair. It was probably the Anglo-Saxons. This is, for this stream, I'll have you know, Milan the Madman, for this stream, this is a modern game, okay? Yeah, we call us. Yeah, this is pushing onwards. You know, this is high tech stuff with 3D graphics. We used to pixels and low resolutions, and complexities over managing memory and stuff. And maybe 8 bits and 16 bits and stuff. So this is super advanced for the retro stream. More space tea now. Yes, the space tea. My wife is actually working today, so I'm not sure if I'm even going to get some space tea. That's how tough things are in the Wagar household at the moment. My wife is doing well. As you know, some of you will know, my wife does tutoring for youngsters in English and maths. But one of her current assignments at the moment actually takes her out of the house. It's outrageous, really. She has to go to somebody else's house to do the tutoring, so she may not make it back in time, alas. So unless I put the entire stream on hold for like 5 minutes to go make myself a cup of space tea, which really isn't high quality entertainment, is it? Although I suppose if I thought about it in advance, the problem is I'm streaming on my desktop PC, which is obviously not very portable. If there was a way to transfer my Twitch stream to my phone, I could go downstairs and regale you with interesting little tidbits about the kitchen and my induction hob kettle while I make a cup of tea and then come back up. But I don't know if there's a technical way to do that. Kelly Bagler had an ATI card. Oh, look at that. Milan the Madman says the first games I played were on the ZX Spectrum. Oh yeah, we've done plenty of ZX Spectrum retro tours as well. Yeah, those are the good old days of the ZX Spectrum. Oh, hang on, there's a pirate. Go away. Well, actually, it's going to be you who goes away, my friend.
Target is now in firing range.
On behalf of Cherokee, the Telati Company are grateful for your timely help in the saving of much profit. As a reward, you get 200 credit.
There we go. Yeah, we did the Hobbit. Yes, yeah, we did the Hobbit. Well, we've done the Hobbit all the way through. I don't think we got 100%, but I do think we kind of completed it in the sense that we got back with the gold from the dragon. From what I recall, you know, there was an awful lot of Thorin sitting down and singing about gold. We did the ZX Spectrum of Elite all the way through. We did all the missions as well, so that was quite good. And we did do a ZX Spectrum. Was it the 5th? No, it can't be the 50th. It must have been the 40th anniversary. We did a 40th anniversary stream for the ZX Spectrum not that long ago. It must have been back in April. And we went through my favourite games on the ZX Spectrum, so that was quite good. I think that must have been April. Was it April? March, April time this year? So yeah, that should be on my YouTube stream somewhere. Teladi Gain. I like the way she says that. Teladi Gain. I need some space, a space flask. Maybe I should get a space flask. That's not a bad idea. Although tea out of a flask never tastes quite right, does it? That's the problem. Tea is one of those things. It's got to be done right, tea. Otherwise, it's kind of not worth it. I'm not sure tea out of a flask is. It's going to taste almost, but not entirely, quite like tea, isn't it? When did I do the Hobbit text adventure? I don't know. It was a long, long time ago now. Yeah, I can't remember. I think we referenced it on the April one this year, but it was several years ago. We did the Hobbit. I accidentally dropped my ZX Spectrum down the stairs. Pretty tough, those 8-bit computers. It worked fine afterwards. Yeah, there's not quite so many moving parts in the Spectrum, are there? I'll tell you what I have been having fun with recently. I've rediscovered my Raspberry Pi, which had been languishing in a drawer for a while, and had great fun playing around with that. That is a nice little computer. It's not quite in the same vein as the old Spectrums in terms of usability, where you could just plug it in and start mucking about with it, but it's not far off. And it's a good little thing to have fun with. Not retro, I suppose, but simple and quite fun to play with. Which version? I've got a Raspberry. I've got one of the nice ones actually. I end up well, it's actually my son's because I've kind of pinched it off him because he's gotten off to university. It is a Raspberry Pi 4 with 8 gigabytes of RAM, which is super generous, really. Right, now let's go find this asteroid. I also did have a Raspberry Pi version 1 many years ago. I've still got it, but unfortunately it appears to have died. It powers up, but it doesn't boot, which is a real shame. Because it was a nice little computer, but it just doesn't seem to respond. I can't get it to do anything other than have a single red light. Oh, there's a red ship over there with a nice red exhaust heading towards the gate. And there's some pirate activity going on there as well. I think we should... No, those are Xenons. I think we should definitely get involved whenever there are Xenons in the frame. They appear to have dropped off the scanner again. Oh no, there's one. Be careful who I shoot.
Target now locked on. Split Python.
That's a split pipe. We don't want to shoot that. I want to shoot this red dot here. Where is he? There he is.
Target now locked on. Unknown Xenon ship.
It's a class 4, so we're good with that.
Target is now in firing range.
The family Jin and the Split Dynasty are appreciative of your valuable assistance. As a reward, you get 500 credits.
Thank you very much. You're very happy with
Target now locked on. Unknown Xenon ship.
Okay, there's another one over there.
Target now locked on.
That one died.
Split Mamba.
Where's the gate? Oh, there it is. It's kind of hidden by... Oh, no, hang on, no, there's... The space tea has arrived! Yay! Use the space tea! Oh, finish my up. There we go.
Okay.
Thank you very much. There's space tea! I wasn't sure about that, so that's a bonus. Space tea bonus. Excellent. Space tea in a space mug, no less.
No target now locked on.
It's when you get to my
Gate
age.
design.
It doesn't get better than space tea, does it? Right, where are we again? I suppose I should really be paying attention to where we actually are on the map. The universe has been saved. It would have got there sooner, but I forgot to press J on the space T.
Entering system.
Right.
Family Zine.
Okay, we're in the family Zine. Right, so where is family Zine? Family Zine is there. So we've got to go to Chin's Cloud, so it's basically 2 south and 1 east. Right. 2 south and 1 east is where we've got to get to.
Target now locked on. Split Wolf.
2 south, 2 south, 2 south, 2 south. Go, 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 go. Right, engage J. Come on, computer. There we go. Oh, someone's raiding us. Who is it? Oh, Mahashi. Mashashi. Which I never failed to pronounce in the past. Mashashi. There we go. Ready. Thank you very much, Mahashi. Thank you for the raid. That's very, very kind of you. Good to see you as well. We interact a little bit on Twitter, so good to see you. Hello. Thank you very much for that. Good to see you. Yay. What have you guys been doing? We are playing here X Beyond the Frontier, shamelessly retro game from 1999. Is it a Xenon raiding party? It could be, yes, that's
Target
right.
now locked on. War on.
Mash is fine. Fantastic on crew. Excellent. Good to see you. Yes. Some baddies are coming up. Hang on a minute. I might have to deal with it. Anyway, so if you're a part of the raid, welcome to the retro stream. We are on for about another 50 minutes or so. So do enjoy our retro games, nostalgia, and all things ancient and prehistoric, including myself. And probably most of the people on Twitch as well who are watching this, if I'm not being unfair. Playing games and reminiscing about the good old days.
No aim. Target now locked.
For those of you who are young and wondering about this whole good old days thing, let me just reassure you that there is no such thing as the good old days. Mostly, the only thing good about the good old days is that they aren't now.
No aim.
There are some things that were better in the past, but it's not the golden nirvana that old people sometimes present it as. Okay.
Target now locked on. Gate Thurrock's Pride.
There is this temptation to go, oh no, it was so much better back in the, insert your decade here. It wasn't. Okay, it wasn't. It was just different, all right? There's stuff you could do nowadays that we... Don't tell them. Yeah, there's stuff that we could do now that we couldn't even dream of doing back in the past, okay? Particularly things like this, right? So lots of things are much, much better. But some things, we miss some things.
Target now locked on. Pirate ship.
Oh, pirate ships, right? Obviously, let's blast the pirate ships. Music was better. Yes, but I must admit, there's a fair bit. What I like mostly about music today is I like the democracy of music. I.e., that if you're any good at music, you can make yourself a YouTube channel and play. And I follow a few artists on YouTube, and things like that, where you just wouldn't have been able to find them before. Okay, this guy's running away from us. So there was a bit of a more democratization of accessibility to finding new stuff. I suppose in the olden days the only way to find new stuff was to go to a bar and hope that the band that were playing were half decent. Music peaked in the 90s, says man. Yeah, so I didn't like music in the 90s very much. So it's very a matter of personal taste, isn't it?
Target is now.
Oh, there's actually some firing going on. Someone's actually having a fight. Chose the wrong side there, didn't you? Right, are we going south or are we going east? I've lost track where we are now. 2000s emo alt rock is where it's at. Don't even know what that is.
Target now locked on. Split mule.
Do I need to go east or south? Has anyone been paying attention when I've been waffling? Yeah, so Chris F, for example, there was a time when we thought these were really good graphics, and in my head they still are really good graphics. You see, because I'm still impressed because my kind of formative years of the ZX Spectrum basically said the ZX Spectrum 48K is kind of normal, right? Anything that exceeds the ZX Spectrum is like wow. So yeah, and Wintermute, quite right. I like music from all eras. I do as well. I mean, I like mostly 80s because I suppose I was a teenager in the 80s, and it's where most of my formative memories are from. But there's lots of music from all decades that I like. So yeah, just enjoy. Was one decade better than another? Not really. It's just what you like. Have a lovely day, Mash. Good to see you. Thank you very much for popping in with the raid. I do appreciate that. Yeah, and I think for 25 years old, I mean 25 years, right? This game looks very, very good indeed. Am I going east or south? I'm just trying to remember. I am going east, aren't I? Doesn't really matter actually. I can go east or south. So let's go south because south is good. Always feels like going downhill, doesn't it? Oh, apart from the birdie song. Well, there was always some stupid stuff in every decade, isn't there?
No aim.
Ah, but I do have an aim computer. I do. Games are more about gameplay than graphic seconds. Yeah, that is. I would definitely agree with that. We talked about that a lot on this stream in terms of the way the graphics kind of almost have to be now.
Target now locked on. Unknown Xenon ship.
That Xenon ship just took out somebody else, didn't it? Which was very mean of them. Looks like it's running back to the gate. Oh. Somebody kill it? What happened there?
Target now locked on. Unknown Xenon ship. Target now locked on. Split lava.
Somebody killed it. Wintermute, I've seen Jar, Pink Floyd, Sepultura, all types of bands. Excellent. Oh, I went to Jean-Michel. I think that Jean-Michel Jarre's concert was one of the high points. I remember going to see that in 1988 in Docklands. Must have been 88, somewhere around there. Was it 86 or 88? I mean, it was late 80s. That was a kind of reference point after that for my gigs, because I think it was excellent music and very, very loud and very, very impressive fireworks and lights and everything. Lasers, obviously lasers, because that was the thing of the 80s. Lasers everywhere. And I think it was the first time I kind of really got exposed to inhaling drugs as well. Was it October 1988? There we go. Because the people all around me, because I went with my dad, because he liked Jean-Michel Jarre as well, and the people all around us were smoking spliffs basically. So we did inhale quite a lot of vapours, which was quite funny. Boom. So TJ's going to be I'm to blame for not going shopping today. Oops. And then Half-Life came along and showed you could tell a story without cutscenes. Yes, you see, so things do evolve. So
target now locked on. Teladi Vulture.
Is Jean-Michel Jarre still going? Because he must be pretty old by now. Anything to get out of trouble. I think Chin's Cloud is the next one. So we've been waffling way too much and we haven't been paying attention to the game.
No aim.
That's because there's an awful lot of travel in this game, isn't there? Dark Trancer says yes, he is. First time show. Hello, Dark Trancer. Has he just released a new album? Oh, I better go and check that out. He's 74. Because the other guy, Vangelis, died relatively recently, didn't he? I always like Vangelis' stuff. But he's now died. Jean-Michel Jarre is 74. That is quite terrifying. Right, where's the gate? Why can't I see the gate? I can see a ship. Why can't I see the gate? Oh, there it is. Literally just about invisible.
Target now locked on. Gate. Chin's Clouds.
Chin's Clouds. Here we go. It's good. It's good to talk. It's good to find excuses to get out of shopping. I've got to go and wash. I mean, I've been given the short straw today because I've got to go and wash. We're going to a car show tomorrow. So my son is going to a car show.
Target now locked on. Unknown Xenon ship.
We got plenty of Xenons here, so I better deal with them first. We're going to a car show tomorrow. It's my son is showing his car at a car show, but he's working today, so he cheekily basically says to me this morning, "Can you wash my car for me?" So I've got to prep his car for his car show. It's like, really?
Target is now in fire range.
Kids say.
Target now locked on. Unknown Xenon Energy low.
Oh, it's got a bit of a drain. Can I improve the energy supply of my ship? Because it does seem to take a bit of a... Stop shooting at me. Ow, ow, ow. It does take a bit of a pounding, the old energy supplies. Because of this gun, I assume, which is... Like, oh, I really can... Wow, wow. They're not doing much damage to my shields, but they make it really, really hard to aim. I can just get this guy, I can deal with the others. There we go. Alright, alright. I like the special effects, but... Who's Xenons? Right, there we go. Right, let's get this last one. Autopilot will help with aiming, okay. Big Boo has to go. Timing sucks, never mind. Take care, my friend. Thank you for all the sage counsel, etc. We will deal with these Xenons in your name. This one's for Big Boo.
Target is now in firing range.
Boom. Right. Okay. So we have dealt with...
Dragonfly missile ready.
Nope, nope, that was the wrong button. Where's the map? M for map. No, it's not. It's N for map. Sorry, I dropped off the internet for a while. It was horrible. No, don't drop off the internet. Right, now it's one of these asteroids we have to locate. Now this is probably not going to be all that
Target now locked on. Gate
all that easy, is it?
fire.
It's in this general direction, but we don't know. Oh, you did leave the map in the Discord. Okay. Yes, I think you did. Thank you very much. Okay, so we need to locate the map. Okay, so let's have a quick look in the Discord. Because there we go. Okay, so the asteroid we want is asteroid ASFO52, which is kind of triangulated between in there somewhere. Okay, that asteroid there, right in between those 3 points. Okay, cool. Thanks, Big Boo. Invaluable intel. So let's get ourselves into approximately the right locale. Now, will this explosion of this asteroid exceed the amazing explosion that we experienced in Frontier First Encounters when we took out the satellite? That's what I want to know. Are we going to be treated to a vast, impressive explosion, much like the Frontier one? Right, we should actually, according to that, be virtually on top of said asteroid. So where is it? Is it that one?
Target now locked on. Asteroid.
No, that's ASF 40. Is it that one?
Target now locked on.
Here it is.
Asteroid.
Dun, dun, dun. Right, this is if I press I here,
Asteroid is one of the smallest natural objects
we get traces
in
of
space.
unknown material.
Unlike planets, they have almost no gravitational field, making it easy
The
to
Frontier
explore their
explosion
limits
goes on
with
BT.
modern machinery.
That was that's one of my most repeated clips on Twitch is the destruction, the massive explosive destruction of the satellite base in Frontier First Encounters. I mean, it's a thing of beauty. It has to be seen to be believed. It was winner of, shall we say, the least impressive explosion ever in a space game. It was class. You may fire when ready. Right, we're going to blow up this. This is it. We're going to blow up the asteroid. Okay. We've got here with 35 minutes of the stream left to go, so that's pretty good. Now I've got to pick up a log or something. Am I in range? What's the sort of range for a missile? I think 1.5 kilometers seems like a reasonable kind of a range. I have been known to miss this asteroid, but fortunately we have 4. So right, so M.
Hornet missile ready.
Hornet missile is ready. Okay, so here we go. Right, it's armed. I'm going to press L to launch, I'm presumably. Right, space asteroid, go boom. Here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1, fire! Off goes the Hornet missile. Oh, well, that's not bad. Not bad, not bad. Right, there's something over there that I can see a different coloured scanner. What do I do? Let's proceed in with caution. Is that the log?
Asteroid.
No, that's not the other one. Oh no, there's something over there. There is a box.
Asteroid.
Yeah, no, it's an asteroid. I want you to target that one over there. There we go.
Target now locked on.
Target now locked on, but we don't know what it is. Now, cargo bay open. How do I open the cargo bay? Oh, right.
Warning, cargo bay open.
Right.
Shields are down.
Okay, shields are down. So let's proceed cautiously in the general direction of the thing. Some cargo has appeared. Is this the log? Dun dun dun! Are we about to complete part of the mission? Do I have to go super slowly to pick this up? I'm going to go slowly anyway. Fly straight at it. Okay. Because in Elite, of course, you have to put it in the bottom half of the screen.
Try and hold it steady.
Ooh.
I'm gonna try and make a final log entry. Can't keep it stable much longer, Captain. Losing power in the stabilizers, Captain.
Video feed up and running, Captain.
Okay, Combs, let's go for it. I have no idea who or what's gonna see this. But for what it's worth, this is the last ship's log completed by Earthfleet Commander Nathan R. Gunn. As you can see, we're damaged and out of control. We're gonna try and crash land on a planet our scanners detected that could sustain life, but it's far away. I've estimated we've just enough power to drive us towards its gravitational pull.
Captain, stabilizers still losing power.
Hold it as long as you can, damn it. Not much longer. Anyway, we succeeded in tricking the terraformers to follow us through the jump gate. As soon as my fleet made the breakthrough, we turned and waited for them to appear. It didn't take long. We were still forming our battle position when they appeared. Before they'd time to realize what was happening, we attacked.
That seems to have got it, Captain. Try to hurry. I've no idea how long I can keep a signal.
Okay, Combs, you got it. We managed to destroy many of their ships, but there were so many of them. Wave after wave of them. Eventually, they began to wear us down. Soon, I had no choice. I ordered what remained of the fleet to turn and run. We split up, and the terraformers followed. We seem to have outrun them. The downside is that all navigation systems are damaged.
Who was holding the camera?
Captain! Stabilizers almost gone, Captain. Just get us inside the gravitational pull. We'll go manual, then turn off the engines and try to glide us to the surface. I've no idea where we are or what planet we're about to crash land on. I've no idea if the terraformers are behind us or already there. I've no idea if any other Earth ships survived.
Stabilizers holding, Captain.
I hope our trick worked and Space Command managed to steal the Earth end of the jump gate. The bad news is that I failed to destroy the gate at this end. It's still intact. I only hope the terraformers never realize that.
Those terraformers do look a bit familiar.
Again, Captain. Some time ago, we passed a bunch of asteroids. I'm putting this log into a sealed container and firing it off in a drone missile. It's aimed at the largest asteroid. When it makes contact, it should nicely embed itself into the rock. The container has a signal device and should be picked up by any of Earth's survivors. At least they'll know someone else is alive out here. Signal getting fainter, Captain. Should anyone find this log, don't bother searching for us. We're light years away and we'll probably all be dead anyway. But if you are from Earth, for God's sake, make sure you get to the jump gate and disable it. I'm sorry I cannot give navigational locations. The place should be easy to find, as there will be a lot of space debris around. Over 1,000 ships were destroyed in that battle. The burnt out hulks will be floating over a wide area. Try looking where the debris is thickest. The jump gate should be a short distance behind it. Signal almost gone, Captain. Missile prepared and ready to launch, Captain. Hopefully the terraformers will never find the jump gate, but just in case, they...
That was it. Ooh. So the jump gate, we got to destroy the jump gate to stop the terraformers coming through. It's all faked footage done by Stanley Kubrick. Yes, all future spaceships require a guy in aviator suit to film their logs from the outside. So they don't just Nathan R. Gunn, the middle name and surname. I know. Well, there we go. Right, so we've actually got to find this jump gate then. But where could it be? Where could it be? That was quite a nice cutscene, wasn't it? Yeah, I quite enjoyed that. That was good. Right, so probably worth us saving the game at that point, if we can find somewhere nice to save it. There we go. Let's head over there.
Target now locked on. Split trading port.
Oh, the cargo bay still open. Yeah, I should switch that off, shouldn't I?
Cargo bay closed.
Shields back up. Here we go. Otherwise, first shot will blow us to pieces. Why call it a jump gate when it clearly just sits there and doesn't actually do any jumping? That's a good question. How far out does the docking computer work, by the way?
Successfully docked.
That far.
Priest Emperor Xar. Our priest.
Yeah.
Connection to local trading network established.
Right, so save the game.
Salvage insurance allows a recoverable program to be put in.
Okay. Have I not got a split police license? Should have one of those as well, shouldn't I?
After buying this license, pilots are accepted as police
Oh, I have got
force
one.
by all the space.
Right, okay. So now the thing with this game is it doesn't really give me much in the way of clues as to where I should go next, unless I missed something in all that exposition. Okay, so the gate is somewhere. Anyway, Kelly Baglow's come to my rescue. The gate is somewhere you haven't been yet. Getting there won't be easy. Like I said, buy the unique race tech and the 25 megawatt shield on the way back. How much is the 25 megawatt shield? Let's have a look at Big Boo's handy guides to the costs of everything. 25 megawatt shield is 230,000, so I can afford to buy that now. Excellent. I don't know if I need the bigger guns yet, but the Gona station for more info. Okay, so I've got to go back to the Gona temple. Oh yes, I do. That's right. Yes. Okay, so we've now got to fly all the way back again. Okay, let's do that. But where can we get the shield? Getting the shield would be a nice thing to achieve. Where's the shield on sale for? Does anybody know? So where does the game tell me that? Again, it's quite hard to. Okay, there it is. Show logbook to Argon Destroyer. Okay, there we go. It does tell me what to do. So, but that's like way back on the other side. I think shields are north in Family Wee. Okay, let's go there then. See if we can get the shields, because the shield upgrade would be cool. Essentially, you're working like a farmer here and locking the damn gate that everyone else is leaving wide open, letting your animals escape. Yes.
No aim.
West and then north. Or I can go north and then west. Since I'm heading north at the moment. Let's try that. I think the explosion of the asteroid was pretty good for a 1990s game.
Target
I think that was
now
okay.
locked on. Gate family pride.
Okay, so family pride. And then north again. Okay, so let's go through here. Family pride. So you're saying family we.
Entering system. Family pride.
We're in family pride now. Where's family we? Family we is... Oh, right at the top. Okay, so we've got to go west and north, north. Right, okay. Cool, cool, cool. Everything's better as you go north. Apart from
Target
those
now locked on. Unknown
Xenons.
Xenon chip.
Xenons about. Oh, there's loads of them again. Are they going to eat? Can I sneak past them? Because I mean, let's see if we can get away with. There we go. They're not bothering us. I'll leave somebody else to shoot them today. Yeah, so it was a good.
No aim.
It was a good good explosion. As asteroid explosions go, that wasn't bad. Wasn't bad at all. And the round asteroid splits. Yeah, it was nice to have some other bits. Will they persist? I wonder if I go back there at some point. I wonder if the debris will still be flying around. And it wasn't a cutscene. I mean, it kind of was a cutscene, but it was kind of using in-game capabilities, wasn't it? Which is a clever use of in-game assets, actually. I like that sort of thing. Okay, remember to buy the race tech. What is the race tech?
Target now locked on. Gate Thorax pride.
So that's basically when we get to the equipment dock, which is in Family We. So what sort of cool stuff do they have here? It's like a docking computer for the Paranid. The split have a unique tech for combat. Okay, cool. So now we're heading north. Yeah, like the opening credits of Elite Frontier was done with the game. Exactly, yeah. So that's good. I like that. That intro sequence from Frontier First Encounters, not Frontier First, Frontier Elite 2. One of my favourite intro sequences. It's kind of a shame the game wasn't quite as good as the intro sequence, but the intro sequence was excellent. And of course, the music for Frontier Elite 2. Probably some of the best in-game music of that era, actually. I would say that was an excellent theme tune. Perfectly, and the what was nice is the music was perfectly orchestrated and aligned with the intro sequence, wasn't it? So yeah, you got the the baddies turning up, the goodies coming to the rescue, and things being tense, and then things being like glorious, and then things being tense again. It was really good, really good. One of my favourite bits of music, space game music, I think, Frontier Elite 2.
Target now locked on. Gate family Zine.
Okay, family design. Elite Frontier landings looked ropey, but they must be back in day. I remember the most, the thing that impressed me the most back in the day about Frontier Elite 2 and things like that is just things like spaceships having articulated undercarriages and spinning nacelles and things like that. So I hadn't seen anything like that before in a space game. That was very cool. Little bits of attention to detail to make it a bit more, I suppose, flight simmy. Right, here we go. I mean, the undercarriages did look a bit comical, didn't they? I mean, but it was because the graphics were relatively low res. So I remember the Eagle sits about 50 feet off the ground, doesn't it? With this huge undercarriage with massive big wheels, which looked like to be about 10 meters in diameter. But yeah, they had to be that big to make them worth drawing. Yeah. Quite why a lot of the spaceships had wheels on the bottom, I was always a bit bemused by, because they didn't roll, so they landed vertically, and they looked like kind of, I suppose, Boeing 747 undercarriage designs. So you kind of expect them to roll for takeoff, but none of the ships did. They all took off vertically. So why did they need wheels? Why didn't they just have struts? I don't know. Maybe there's some runways somewhere in Frontier Elite 2 that we never found. The Python's undercarriage. Yeah, that one had triangular things that folded out. Maybe the ships did need to be rolled around in and out of the hangars. Maybe they did. I think that guy just buzzed me just to switch off my Cetor drive.
No aim.
But we do have an aim computer. I always remember wondering how the Eagle's landing gear fitted inside the ship. Yes. Sorry.
Now locked
Ground
on.
handling for
State
wheels, that makes sense, yeah.
boundary
And the Imperial Courier was the interesting one, because it had those extending nacelles which folded up for landing. It actually looked more practical with its undercarriage up than it did with its undercarriage down, if that makes sense. Because when the undercarriage was down, it sort of extended out, and all the engines were therefore. I mean, it looked very cool, but it looked it was completely off axis. It wouldn't work. So, still my favourite ship in any space game. I think the Imperial Courier from the original Elite 2. Just because it was kind of Blake 7, really, wasn't it? Actually, that was the Imperial Trader, the one with 3 nacelles, wasn't it? That one looked exactly like the Liberator, so that was a cool thing to be able to do. Right, now I need to go to a space equipment dock, which means finding the space equipment dock. Which one is it? I haven't quite got the hang of recognising all of these things yet. Is that it over there? Right. Is that the space equipment dock? Let's use the zoomy thing. Is that it? I don't know. I think that's it there, isn't it? I think that's the one. Tomorrow. Oh, the Mad Monks off. What was that ship? That was the Quest ship with the waggedy tail. Yeah, I still don't get that. I mean, why did anybody anywhere ever go, you know what this game needs? A spaceship with a waggedy tail. It made no sense at all. Very, very peculiar. You know, it's the sort of thing that somebody put in there as a joke, but it was actually the kind of the best ship in the game.
Target now locked on. Split space equipment dock.
Here we go.
Successfully docked.
Yeah, it's a talking point for later. Yeah, for decades. There, so it's genius. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah. That was just odd. Really kind of weird stuff. And then there were all the ships where you could mount turret guns on them, but
this laser is found in larger weapon systems and
you
larger fighter craft.
you could shoot your own ship with your own turret gun. That was always a good design. Right. Okay. So first things first. Let's sell our 5 megawatt shield, of which we have 2.
25 megawatt shield.
I can only buy one 25 megawatt shield, so I can fit 2, can't I?
Shields are vital for survival.
But that gives us quite a lot more stuff. So a motion analysis relay system. What does that do? Okay, computer, tell us all about the motion analysis relay system.
Commonly known as the Mars device. This piece of technology allows the autopilot to target and lock onto a moving object. The movements of the object are computed and relayed to the autopilot, which then matches speed and direction to that of the target.
Ooh.
Very useful for combat situations.
That sounds pretty cool. So how do I activate that? Is it automatic? Okay, so I bought one. Now I can't buy two 25 megawatt shields at the moment. So we'll see if that helps. I like the way it's a graphic. It's a graphics card, isn't it? I haven't noticed that before. It is. Look, it's just a PCI graphics card. That's why I need more factories. Okay, now if I go to the, will my factories have made me enough money? Do you think to afford a second megawatt shield? I don't need that much. I need another 100,000 or so to buy another. It's a sound card. Yeah, I've probably got one of those kicking about somewhere. But let's see if my because we're not going to get to the gate today, are they? Are we? It's too far. But we're not even going to get back to the other place on the side. Let's see if there's enough monies in my investments to get me the second shield generator. How much money have I got? I've got. Where's my money? Yeah, I've got 131,000. I need 200. I need another 100,000 credits, basically. So, what happened to sound cards? I assume they're all built into the motherboard now, aren't they? All that capability. I haven't found the need for a discrete sound card on my PC for many a year. I've got a retro PC over there which has got a Sound Blaster Audigy thingamajig in it, and it's got the breakout box on the front. But I don't use it for anything anymore because I haven't. Technology's kind of superseded it really. I mean, it works as a piece of retro kit, but I don't have a use for it because my keyboard and things can basically store audio and or MIDI data directly onto a USB stick nowadays, and it's got built-in digital to audio converters. Yeah, so built-in sound was rare those days. It was, yeah. Milan the Madman says it discovered how many graphics cards it takes to stop a 0.5 BMG round today. That's information that we all need to know. Actually, I think, Milan. How many graphics cards does it take to stop a 0.5 BMG round? That's stuff that we should all know. Taladi Gain. We are in a Taladi Gain system. Let's go south then and see if my factory and or my crystal thingamajig have made enough money for me to buy the shields, because having the shields would be cool. Because that, presumably with two of those shields, that's the maximum I can get, isn't it? 50 megawatts. I can't get any more shields than that. So that should be my ship maxed out for that. And then based on Big Boo's things, if I wanted to get the maximum guns, I see that the Gamma HEP laser costs 691, so I need 1.2 million to get them. Okay, so that's quite expensive for weapons, but I can't. And the presumably the engine tuning is quite an expensive thing as well. Some red dots about. Okay, those are the Xenons, are they? How much time have I got left? I've only got 10 minutes, so I'm going to ignore them. I want to see if I've got enough money to buy the second 25 megawatt shield-y things. So, do I need the big guns? I suppose they probably do. I'm guessing. Are the big guns essential for dealing with the things? Okay, and will I? Okay.
Target now locked on. Gate. Sizewell.
Sizewell. Home sweet home. Kind of. Okay, so but to have other. Oh, there are bigger shields, but they're a mission reward. Oh, okay. So there's other stuff to get there, and do I need a fleet of fighters on my side at some point? That sounds like quite a fun thing to do too.
Entering system. Sizewell.
Okay, let's go see how much money has...
Target now locked on. Pirate ship. Target now locked on.
Yeah, but that's where you're wrong, my friend. You're going to be very interested in a moment. Because you're going to be
Target is
dead.
now in firing range.
Boom.
The Telani Company are grateful for your timely help in the saving of much profit. As a reward, you get 200
You do want the big guns in Xenon space. Those guys have bigger weapons. You can't fart around shooting them for half an hour. Okay. Even with the super duper shields. Okay, so I'm going to need to get bigger guns. Which makes sense. Which means we're going to need more monies. Don't have time to kill you today. Yes. Right. Is this my one? I think it is. I think that's where I put it.
Target now locked on. Silicon mine.
Yeah.
Successfully docked.
Welcome back to your...
So how are they doing? How much monies have they made since we've been tooling around in space? Oh, they've done all right. They've done all right. I only need to leave them 10k, so let's leave them 30. Oh, I'm close. Very close indeed.
The credits
Okay, so as long as the solar fabby thing has also made some monies, it should be game on. At least I can get the shields ready for the next part of the adventure. Okay, and Xenon space, every ship is against you. Okay. So these guns seem to be pretty good for M3s, but I haven't come across anything bigger yet than an M3. Defeating the M3s was an early objective, so it's nice that we can do that. Let's go to the solar factory and see if they've got enough monies. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. And I can transport some extra crystals across just as a gesture of goodwill and save the position in the game. Even better. Oh, I think we've got a baddie coming in.
target now locked on. Unknown Xenon ship.
He's ignoring me. Oh, he can get killed by somebody else.
Target now locked on. Telani Vulture. Target now locked on. Gate.
I'll be tempted to use the money to buy more factories and leave the shield for now. You'll get to where you need faster if you make more money. Oh, try the Mars. Yes, I just want to get the shield. It's just a completionist thing, kid. But we can make more money because I've got to deliver the log anyway, right?
Greater profit.
So I just fancy getting the shield. Sorry. And then we ought to do some factory stuff.
Target now locked
Right.
on.
Okay. So how do
Unknown Xenon ship.
I use the Mars? Tell me about the Mars. How do I activate it? Does it tell me in here? How do I activate the Mars thingy? Press U to activate. U. Okay.
Motion analysis relay system not installed.
Did I not buy it?
Motion analysis relay system not installed.
Hey? I'm pretty sure I did buy that. Did not buy it? Oh, silly me. Right. Anyway. It's only a class 5. It's going to take one hit.
Target is now in firing range.
On behalf of Chairman Keogh, the Telani Company are grateful for your timely help in the saving of much.
That's weird. I could have sworn I bought that. Oh well. Let's quickly go get some crystals, buy the things, then we can go back and buy it anyway. Oh, maybe I didn't have enough money left.
Target now locked successfully.
Right, let's do the crystals. Save the game.
Connection to local trading network established. Crystals bought.
Back to the top. There we go. Alright, come on guys. Have you made me enough money?
Target successfully docked.
Welcome back to your solar power plant.
It takes one hit. We could be here sometime. Thank you for the vote of confidence there, Frank One. Very cheeky indeed. Very cheeky. Right. Okay, how much money have they made me? Oh, yes. We have monies. No, I'm going the wrong way. We have monies. We have monies. The ship has 328,000. That means we can buy the Mars thing too.
The credits that this factory made by selling its products can be.
Nice. Well done. Well done, guys.
Crystals transferred.
Okay, and I've transferred the crystals. Right. Let's get back north. And go and buy some shields. Yes. So we got enough monies. We got enough monies. This is good. I've just about got time, I think. So, I'm going to ignore. Apologies for this. I'm going to ignore Kelly Banglar's Sage cancel, which is probably a mistake. To be fair, I'm going to buy some extra shields because I can. Remember the good old days when we wondered if we could afford to save the game and buy what we wanted. Yeah, so I'll have 50 megawatt shields, which should make me pretty tough.
Target now
At least relatively,
8
compared to what I was.
size well.
Although I never really had much of a problem with the shields, but I'm guessing if I'm venturing into Xenon space or Xenon space, then that's going to be bad. We all remember how many times you were ganked on Elite Dangerous, yes. How dare they? You know, I was the Celestial Warrior after all, you know, and yet
Size well.
I'll get there. It'll just take a little while longer. Yeah. Well, I can leave my crystal thingamage doing crystally stuff, can't I? I just, you know, don't like having one shield bank empty. It's the OCD of me, I think.
Target
So yeah,
now
so
locked
it's a
on.
good upgrade.
Bloody vulture.
I should be able to ram things with impunity if they annoy me. So M4s and M5s I can now just ram out of existence. Excellent. I can't be bothered to fire my guns at you.
No
That's how much
pain.
respect I don't have for you. I'm just going to ram you out of existence because I can.
Target now locked on. Teladi shipyard.
I suppose also, you know, given my relative lack of combat expertise, having lots and lots of shields is probably a good idea because at least it gives me the option to run away. I have that problem with my piece of... Yeah, I don't... Yeah. If there's a slot that needs to have something in it, I'd much rather have two lesser powered things, than one big one and leave the other one empty. Oh, hello. Yeah, thanks for that. You can ram an M3 with two 25 megawatt shields, but they do make a dent. Okay, I'll bear that in mind. So don't ram M3s, particularly not in the middle of a fight. Let's see if we can get ourselves a Mars bar. Me is more like, what's the biggest that can fit in this slot? Yeah, I've kind of done that with my current PC. My current PC is now maxed out. I think it's got 32 gigabytes of RAM, which I think is the most it can store until I get a new PC. I'm toying with a new PC, by the way, because this one technically is owned by my company because I use it for YouTube creation and Twitch and things like that, which I can run through my company, and it's now 3 years old, so it's tax depreciated for the purposes of a company. So I am actually in a position where I might be able to buy a new PC on expenses. So I'm going to investigate that because I think that might be quite cool. And then I can buy something uber stupidly powerful for games like Star Citizen and stuff like that. Might even be able to get Elite Dangerous working, you never know. Right, now I've got to go east. So
Target now locked on. Teladi vulture.
okay. go east. Mad Microsoft only has 128 gigabytes. 128? Wow.
No aim.
Has anything, by the way, I mean, not that I've been watching much about Elite really, has that coloured blob that was travelling through space got anywhere yet? Has it arrived? Has it gone away again? What's happened? I haven't heard anything about it. I assumed there was going to be some big event that happened, but I haven't heard anything. So I'm kind of assuming is it still en route? Because isn't there more than one now, or something? It's some sort of weird hyperspacey signature thing. Oh, so it hasn't happened yet. Okay. So there's like several weeks of imminent doom coming, basically. Okay. Toby Silverstone, first time chat. The X series, which one is this? I don't think it's the first. It is the first. It is the first. This is X Beyond the Frontier. It is the first one. Milan the Man, I don't know, I still play on console. Are you transferring to a PC, of course, is the question. Have you got a PC you can transfer to? There is more than one now, okay. I mean, they're moving fast in the sense of the distance. You know, several times the speed of light or something, but not super fast in terms of actually moving through the game, as it were. Right, family. This is Family Wii, isn't it? So we need to go up there, I think. Graphics card prices have come down. Yeah. I'm thinking if it's a work PC, I might as well just buy the most expensive thing that I can get away with, really. So i9 with a what's the latest graphics card? There's a 4090 just come out, hasn't there? That's kind of going to be pretty much overkill for pretty much anything, I'd have thought. It's got to be on foot leg Thargoids. It's been about 10 years. I think you're probably right. I do think you're right. Yeah, so if it is the Thargoids, I'm not quite sure what they're trying to achieve, because I mean, advertising your presence slowly advancing through space. What are you trying again?
Crystal Fab.
No, that's a crystal fab. I'm in the wrong place. Is that it? I'm not very good at recognising these things. I think it's that one, isn't it? Or maybe it's just a show of strength. Yes, it could be.
Now locked on. Split space equipment dock.
There we go.
Successfully docked.
In the name of Priest Emperor Xlar, our priest Duke welcomes you aboard the Paranid Emperor.
Okay, apart from the Paranid welcome, it's definitely the split. Maybe they've got a split personality. Right, let's see if we can get the extra shield. Dun dun dun.
Connection to local trading network established.
Yes. Boom.
25
And let's buy the motion analysis relay system.
Motion analysis relay system bought.
Yes, I've got it this time.
Commonly known as the Mars device. This piece of technology allows the other
Okay,
party
so
to target and lock on to a moving object.
Also buy the... Yeah. Oh, I can't buy it from here. Okay, I need to escape. Okay, let's go out to the trading port. And save the game, because we're 4 minutes over. I've got to start washing this car for my son, otherwise I'll be in trouble. Where's the split thingy? Is that it down there? Oh yeah, that's it. Spinning away there. There we go. Right, head over there. I did have years ago. I had 2 graphics cards running in the SLI mode. I can't remember which ones they were. I think they were 2 GTX 760s or something like that.
Target now locked on. Split trading port.
That worked for most games, but didn't work for all of them.
Successfully docked.
In the name of Priest Emperor Xlar, our priest Duke welcomes.
Right, let's save the game. We have achieved much, my friends. We have blown up an asteroid.
Established. Cargo bay extension installed.
Oh, I didn't mean to buy that. Press the wrong button. Oh well, I've got more cargo space now. Right, there we go. We have saved the game. Excellent.
Salvage insurance allows a recoverable.
Yes, I know. Right, shush. Oh, why's my phone going off? We got the missile. We travelled back. We found the asteroid. We blew up the asteroid. We got the log. We listened to the cutscene thing, the exposition. We now got to go back and deliver the log. But we have upgraded the ship with lots and lots of super shields, and we have got a Mars device, which we shall try out next time. That's not bad at all. Not bad for a day's work in space on a Saturday morning. Anyway, have a fantastic weekend, the rest of you. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Look after yourselves. See you on Monday for some more interviewy stuff, and streams will continue as per normal. So look after yourselves. Be good. See you soon. And always, right on, Retro Commanders. See you soon, my friends. Be good.